For many people, EMS is a way out the hood. For many people, EMS is the way for a better life, is job security. It's running away from uncertainty. And in this video, I interview Alex Pierre, where he explains how he went from being raised by a single mother in Brooklyn, New York, to now making over $50 an hour. And also, he's sharing how he's working in New York City as a paramedic, working interfacility transports, and also shares tips and tricks for EMT students, paramedic students, while also sharing the worst call he's ever been on. So stay tuned to this interview. It's going to benefit you. So check it out. Yeah, man. So, first and foremost, Alex, thank you for joining us, bro. I appreciate it. Before we started officially recording, you already know I was just telling you like what we want to do is provide some guidance for those new EMTs, those new paramedics, those people that are looking for a better life and are interested in helping other people. And I think the best way a person can live the life they desire is by helping somebody else live theirs. And there's a lot of stuff that you and I have gone through before becoming an EMT, and I think we could start there, bro. Like, share with the viewer who you are, what can you say about yourself, and what were you doing before you became a public servant and an EMT?
So yeah, my name's Alexander Pierre Lewis. Before I was an EMT, I was really just in and out of jobs. I was a real estate agent for some time when I was younger out of high school, but I don't really think I took it really too serious at the time. I just wanted a job to just get my mother out of my face, because she wants me to go to college and things like that. I never really thought about being an EMT until I was having like some money problems of my own, and I had a friend who was already in the academy, and I was like, you know what, let me just take the plunge. And then when I did it, it just like it, so many things just changed. I stopped talking to certain people. I just Everybody just seemed to need my help. Things just started gravitating towards me. So that's how I got to where I'm at right now.
Got you. And when you learn how to take a blood pressure, everybody automatically thought you was a doctor, and they wanted you to take their blood pressure too, huh?
Yeah, definitely. Everybody want to get a blood pressure pulse taken. Yeah.
And what kind of student were you, like in junior high school and high school? How was your teenage years?
My teenage years, I would say I was a good student. Like towards the end of high school, like I was skipping a lot, like just doing like regular teenage stuff. Uh, yeah, just not really having my head too much in the books towards the end of high school, but I still made it through and graduated. So that's how it was.
And was you raised with your mother and your father, or just your mother?
Just my mother.
Cool, cool. And how did not having a father affect you, bro?
Uh, I think not having a father affected me because I felt like I was always looking for a sense of direction or a sense of guidance, and I just didn't know where to get it from or how to source any of the information that I was getting when I was a teenager, basically.
Yeah, same here, bro. Same here. And did you ever find yourself finding that guidance from the wrong sources?
Yeah, yeah, I definitely have.
What happened, bro?
Just like you run into you want to do what your friends are doing. Like gang activity, partying, stuff like that. So he's like, I always ended up just searching for somebody to teach me something. You know what I mean?
Did you end up joining a gang or doing any type of stuff that got you in trouble at a young age?
Yeah. Well, when I was younger, I was a part of like different groups and stuff, and like I got arrested maybe every year until I probably was like 23, 24. Like,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow, good, man. And you hear that, guys? Alex is explaining that obviously he had a troubled youth and he's still working as a first responder. So if you're watching this video and you made a few mistakes, just understand whether or not those mistakes were with the law. There's still a possibility for you to help other people. Now, Alex, how did you and I meet, bro? What's the story there? How did you and I meet? Tell me.
Oh, yeah, so I just became a EMT, and I'm sure just like and everybody, all of your viewers, when you just become an EMT, you want to know everything on the YouTube. So, and your channel was up, and you were just explaining like what would see on the ambulance, and I was really pulled by it, like like because I wanted to hear more from you, like to siphon your brain, like to understand what would I be seeing next as a new EMT.
Yeah, yeah. I appreciate that initial conversation that we had because we done did a lot of things ever since. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
we
there,
definitely.
guys. Just so you can know, me and Alex, we know each other for a few years now. We even went to New Mexico together, and we're teaching people CPR and first aid all the way at one of those American Indian reservations. And yeah, we've done a lot of fun things, man. And it all started with the same YouTube channel. So Alex, bro, tell me, man, what are you doing now? Are you working transport? Are you interfacility transport? Are you working 911? How many jobs you got? What's that looking like right now?
Well, right now I have one job right now. I recently just
And
left.
are you a EMT? How much years of EMS experience do you have? What is your credentials and all that?
I'm going on 5 years EMS service, and right now I'm a paramedic.
How long you been a paramedic for?
I'm going on. This is my second year now, so basically 1 year.
And you're in New York City?
Yep.
And just to confirm, you're from Brooklyn, New York, right?
Yes.
And where is your family from?
Haiti.
Saka Fit from
Not bullet. Yeah.
Kumanu, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Newborn.
La
Newborn.
Via Bell, bro.
Yeah.
From yo, guys, just so you guys can know, anybody who's watching this video, the majority of people that work in the inner city are actually from the inner city. So you'll see that a lot of the police officers, a lot of the first responders that work in the inner city are actually from there. So we look like the patients that we're treating, is what I'm trying to tell you. And it's an awesome way to proceed because we understand where our patients are coming from. We understand their dialect a lot of times. We understand their culture and allows us to treat them even better. So shout outs to all the brothers and sisters nationwide who have the opportunity to help their own. That's what's up. Now, Alex, bro, you're a paramedic. Are you doing interfacility transports, 911? What are you doing currently?
Currently, I'm doing interfacility transport.
Cool. At one job or how many jobs you got?
Well, one job right now.
How many hours a week are you working?
Right now, I'm working like 60 hours.
60 hours? Nice.
Yeah.
So, what's this whole thing, bro? A 40-hour work week, man. What's up? Why are you working so much? What's going on, bro?
Well, I feel like, I want more for myself. Being a paramedic is an amazing job, but you still gotta put bills, food on the table. I still have bills to pay and stuff like that. So, and I also want to save. I want to save and invest. So I definitely have to put in the work.
Perfect, perfect. So, what do you got to do? What do you tell to those people that feel like they're tired after working 20 or 30 hours a week?
Well, I would tell those people that you're not tired, and you, if you have time to mess around or drink and smoke and you have time to make a couple extra dollars for your future.
For sure, bro. For sure. And how do you like being an interfacility transport paramedic?
It's cool. It's cool. It's a different kind of help from 911. Like, you're really personal with the families, and you're like, they trust you, like to take their loved ones to one hospital to the next without getting in any issues or anything like that. So it's a different field than 911,
Gotcha.
but I like it.
Have you had any critical patients recently that you could share about?
Recently that I could share about. not recently in interfacility transport. I'm my job. I don't want to say all patients are kind of critical, but I'm always seeing somebody on a life support, which is a vent, or they need some type of settings done, or you are like are they on ECMO or something like that. So I'm always they're always kind of critical in a sense if I'm not paying attention.
Yeah, and just so you guys can know, man, a lot of times in 911, 9 out of 10 911 calls are BS. They're just calling because they have a headache or they want to go to the hospital and they don't want to pay a cab and they know how to play the system. And calling 911 is one of those way a lot of people do. But in interfacility transport, when you're transporting from a small hospital to a bigger hospital, a lot of these patients are going to the bigger hospital because they're in critical condition, and that hospital that they're at now is unable to supply them the service that they need, like an oncologist, or they need a biopsy, or they need open heart surgery. So, in interfacility transports, especially on the ALS side, we tend to do a lot more medical critical care type of calls. Would you say that's true?
Yeah, correct, 100%, 100%.
And how was medic school for you, bro?
Medical is hard if you're not willing to read because you have to read a lot. But if you're willing to read and you got to do your hours as well, and you're willing to get up and go to, and because some people don't have the luxury of going only to school. You got to go to work and then you got to go to your rotation. So you have to make you I would say what the make it or break it for medic school is your schedule. You have to schedule yourself to be immersed into being a medic.
Yeah, man. Time management is definitely one of those things that you have to be able to master so that you have a better time in paramedic school. Would you
Yeah,
say that's true?
yeah, definitely.
And Alex, do you have any advice for new EMTs, people that just became an EMT?
My advice for new EMTs is to never stop learning. Your learning process does not end when you finish school. Literally, when you finish EMT school, they're giving you the basics of life support. That's literally what it means, BLS. But it's so many other things that you have to learn and you have to pay attention to. And not only that, you have to get the experience to know what you're looking at. You got to know what a diff breather looks like. You have to know, you know what I mean.
And do you have any advice for paramedic students?
And yeah, yeah. For paramedic students, I would say that you made the decision to continue your education. I would say don't let it overwhelm you. Um, Always be calm and always ask questions because it's always somebody willing to help, no matter what environment you're in.
Gotcha, man. Yeah, then definitely if you once you start doing your clinical rotations and you find some preceptors that they care about you and they want to help you, then try to make it so that you do the majority of your ride-alongs with them. That way you learn a lot more. Now, how has having a mentor, how has having guidance helped you, Alex?
Well, for me, I needed that push, but I think having a mentor for everybody needs that push. Like without you, I don't think I may have went to medical school, or maybe I would have went a little later down the line. But you gave me that push and you gave me that confidence to say like, yo, all I have to do is just get out there. And once I do that, then everything will flow, as long as I'm putting in the work. So that's what I feel like having a mentor really brought for me.
Yeah, man, and just so you guys can know, I take it very seriously when it comes to guiding or helping the upcoming youth in EMS. So just so you guys can know, I've been in EMS since 2003. That's almost 22 years of experience. And what I want to do is do what was done for me, which was pay my blessings forward. And I'm sure Alex is on the same boat where, as he gains experience and now he has 5 years of experience, he's going to be doing the same as well. And Alex is one of those folks that I saw a lot of potential in, and he joined my mentorship, and I've been helping him every chance I got. It's so much so that I even had the chance to help his mother as well, and we went to New Mexico together and did some work over there. So it's been a really good relationship, man. So anybody out there who's interested in reaching out to me or reaching out to Alex, our social media and stuff will be in the description box. Now, Alex, you tell the folks something about salary negotiation, something about making more money. What happened there, bro? What's the story there? Like from beginning to end, bro. Tell the story, please.
Right. So when I actually met you, Dr. Ray, I was like, I was still, I wasn't a new EMT, but to the eyes of EMS, anything under like 3 years, you're like new. So they don't really want to talk. A lot of times they don't want to talk to you. So me going to medic school, like my dilemma was that I needed to make more money to pay my bills, and not only that, I still have to sit and study. So I was having trouble finding a job that would really pay, like some EMS jobs, they don't really pay too well. So Dr. Ray, he told me to apply for senior care. When I applied, he said, talk to talk to talk to somebody and see if you can negotiate your wages. My first day, and I tried to negotiate my wages, it's like they laughed at me. But the person that Dr. Ray told me to talk to specifically, when I spoke to him, he gave me a chance. And when he gave me a chance, he said, you know what, we're gonna gradually bump your wages up. If once you finish medic school, then you'll get the full medical wage. But from there, gradually, I got my wages bumped up. Like every 3 to 5 months, I got it $5 extra. So I started at 18, and then at the end of the year, I was at $30.
Wow. So you within 12 months, you were able to increase your income by $12 an hour,
Yes,
all by negotiating your salary.
yes,
That's fire, man.
yes.
Guys, if you ever have a question on increasing your income, feel free to just comment down below and ask the question, and I'll guide you the best I can. That's fire, man. And I'm sure the income has gone up over $30 an hour as well.
Yeah, yeah. So like currently within this 1 year span of me being paramedic, I make 50 an hour right now.
50 an hour, bro?
Yeah.
Is that with overtime?
No, no overtime.
Straight
With
pay.
straight pay, yes.
As senior care?
No, 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 no. I see. Okay, I'm at a different transport company right now. Yeah.
That's what's up, man. How you feel? How's it feel, man? From being a troubled youth, trying to figure it out, to right now taking care of your mother, taking care of the household, and being the man of the house, bro. How that feels, bro.
It's a blessing. It's a blessing, and I would say by myself, it may have. I probably wouldn't have gotten here, but with mentorship, I got here, and I want to say thank you to you. Thank you to God, but it's not. It's just the beginning for me.
Yeah, man, that's awesome, bro. And do you have kids? Are you married? What's the deal?
No, no, I'm just. I have a girlfriend right now, but I'm not doing that right now. Yeah.
Got you, got you. And what's next, bro? Talk to me.
What's
Like,
next?
are you planning on doing critical care or becoming a nurse? What's the plan?
Yeah, so I'm currently looking to take my critical care test soon. I just finished. I don't know if everybody heard of Impact EMS. I finished their courses that they have. I just have to order a book before I take the test, just a review, and then hopefully I'll be a CC medic by the end of the year.
Gotcha. And where do you plan on doing like in 3 to 5 years?
In 3 to 5 years, I wanna be able to invest my way out of EMS. To be honest, I love EMS, but I don't want to do this for the next 30, 40 years.
So
So that's
where do you want to invest your money? Like what do you plan on doing?
so I plan on investing in real estate. So just I want so basically just to give some general my general ideas. So what I want to do, I want to save up enough money to, and then I'm going to find either distressed or undervalued homes, and I'm going to put in low offers that work towards my benefit. And with this job that I have, I'll be able to make those offers until I'm able to get something that I can work with. So
Yeah, you could definitely do it, man. I remember I used to do 911 in Beth Israel in the Lower East Side, and I had a partner who was like a multimillionaire in real estate, and he would just work 1 day a week, just
wow,
cause. And all day throughout the day, all he did was like talk about real estate on the phone with his
yeah,
wife or closing deals, like buying buildings and stuff over the phone on our way to like do the unconscious assignment at the subway train station. It was pretty cool to see that
right.
happen. And yeah, you could definitely do it, man. Now, let me ask you this, bro. What was the worst call you've seen in your EMS career? Like your 5 years of experience, a lot of people are interested in knowing what
Work.
what was any something crazy that you've seen. Like what when you hear people ask that question, what comes to mind?
So when I hear people ask that question, when other EMS people ask you that question, you gotta ask like, what is crazy to you? Because we see a lot of stuff. I've seen gunshot wounds, stabbings. I walked into somebody's home. The grandma is decrepitated into a couch with bugs coming out of her and stuff like that. So, I've seen a lot, but I think like for me, one of my worst calls was a interfacility transport, and we were having it was for a diff breather. We walk in, we know we do our ABCs, we're evaluating and stuff like that, and she seems fine. All of her vitals is fine, but she's saying she can't breathe. But so we finally take a sugar, and she's really having a diabetic emergency. So now sugar maybe was like we're not getting the IV, so we go glucagon and glucagon IM, and then we get an IO. She's conscious, so we get an IO. So she yells. This is a 70-year-old woman. She yells, but she says keep going. And when we start giving her some dextrose, she grabs my hand, and she says like, "Don't let me die." And like when she said that, I was like, I said I'll do the best I can. And we got her to the hospital, but as soon as we got her to the bed, she started a cold. And that always affected me because I felt like she looked me in my eyes and grabbed me like she was like, don't let me die. And at that moment, I felt like it was my responsibility over her life. And I feel like that was to me that was one of my more, it may have not been like crazy story, but for me it was more of a like personal, emotional, like I was really invested in this person.
So like the responsibility of having this person's life in your hands
Yeah.
and her begging you to keep her alive, yet she didn't make it.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you let her down?
I felt like I did what I can. I felt like maybe, you always feel like maybe you didn't move fast enough. Maybe you didn't get the drugs out quick enough. So, it's always things that you could say. But so I had ended up speaking to somebody, and they were like, if you did all that you can, then sometimes it's just people's time to go.
Is does that console you? Do you feel like that? Do you agree with it?
I agree with it, but it's just hard to come to terms with, because you're the when you go when you sign up for this job, you don't sign up so anybody could die within your hands or within your reach. You sign up to save people, so it always hurts whenever you can't.
Yeah, for sure, man. And what do you do now to cope with, you know, these traumatic memories, or even nowadays when you gotta transfer, like, let's say a kid, a pediatric ICU patient, or like stressful assignments. How do you cope? How do you vent? How do you keep yourself sane and not fall into depression and stuff?
Um, I you got to talk about it with especially with my partners. You have to talk about it. You can't bottle things up. Um, but it doesn't have to be with your partner. It could be with a family member. It could be somebody that you look up to, or you could even get a mentor and speak to them about it. But somehow you have to vent and you have to talk about it. So that's what I would say to people in EMS. Like, don't be so stone cold. You have to have some type of soft side to you to get through this.
For sure. And I noticed that you practice boxing as well, and I even saw you on your Instagram shadow boxing within the ambulance and stuff.
Yeah,
Has the working out and staying physically active helped you perform better in your job and also helped you with your mental health?
yeah, definitely. Like it helps me. Yeah, it definitely helps me stay active. That as well. The exercise, like, because sometimes you do have downtime, so you don't want to sit and think about too much. So boxing helps me a lot. I get off a lot of steam from boxing. Running, I do like 3 miles. I do 3 miles every twice a week, so that helps a lot. So yeah.
Perfect, perfect. And another question, man. What is your favorite EMS skill? Like, everyone's got that one thing that they good for. Like, you put me to do that, I'm gonna get it done. Which, as a paramedic, what is your favorite EMS skill?
My favorite EMS skill is right, getting an IV.
Yeah, same here, bro. I'm like a
Yeah,
vampire with that
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Yo, bro,
It's just
like, people be like, "Oh," I'm like, "Yo, just pass me the 22, man. Just
yeah,
pass me the 22 gauge. That's my secret sauce right there."
yeah.
Yeah, especially around the knuckles,
Hmm.
because a lot of times people want to go to the AC, but if there's nothing there, but you got some around here, just grab a 22 and do it right there. It's better to have that than to
Then
have
nothing.
than have nothing at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Any final words? Anything you want to share before we go?
I want to say all the paramedics and EMS out there, what you do is very noble. You go out there and you save lives, and you do something that literally probably like 90% of people in the world would never even think about. So, be proud of yourself, get a tap in your back. And, if you need somebody to talk to, don't be afraid to reach out to people. The medicine world is very responsive. It is going to be people that are like hard headed and maybe disrespectful, but that's anywhere in the world. But don't be afraid to reach out because it's a lot of help.
Yeah, man, for sure. And I want to tell you guys as well. There's two different there's two different types of EMS providers. You got the ones that are only looking for the money or the financial gain. For example, you have medical students who want to become a doctor and they become an EMT just to check it off the box. Or you got people that just want to get the money, but then you got people who take their job seriously, who want to do the best for their patient, who want to improve themselves, not only for themselves, but they want to improve themselves for their family. They want to improve themselves for the patients in the community that they serve. And these are the people that are watching this YouTube channel. These are the people who resonate with this type of speech and this type of conversation. I mean, think about it. Alex went from being raised by a single mother in Brooklyn, New York, from an immigrant family, to now making $50 an hour in the streets of New York City, saving lives. Like, that's a success story, bro. If you think about the people you went to high school with, they're probably in Rikers Island right now, or they're probably upstate, locked up, or if not, dead or in jail. Similar to what happened with me. So, more power to those brothers, you know. But when you avoid that type of outcome, it makes you very grateful of where you are, you know. And I just want to tell you, Alex, bro, I'm happy for you. I'm sure your mom is very proud of you, and your sisters and everybody, and you're doing it, bro. You're The funny thing is like Alex got a few other things that he didn't mention here, and it's not gonna be mentioned until it's completely manifested. But it's you're on a good path, bro. So congratulations, man.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Well, you guys already know. I hope this helps. Peace.
Peace.